we have Happy versus HawK. And between Exalt and Starbuck, we didn't really know who the favorite is. Here, there's one very clear favorite.
That is, as often, Happy. The man who seems to be unbeatable by the Europeans for the longest time, and recently also seems to be unbeatable from the Asian side over on Show Cup. Happy is the non plus ultra, the magnum opus of the European region. HawK has one hell of a task ahead of him. There is one glimmer of hope. 1 year ago, HawK was able to beat him once in the World 3 Champions Finals, but it's been a while, and it was a best of 3, and normally it goes the other way. But there is hope. A little bit of hope remains.
I feel like this is a lot about momentum here. If HawK is getting destroyed on the first map, then the series might just go to Happy immediately. But if HawK is competitive and gets an early W's out of this, then maybe there is a chance. If he plays himself into a frenzy, HawK's not a bad player at all. And his matchup versus Undead is also not bad at all. But yeah, it's a Hercules task that he has ahead of him. There's a chance in the lower bracket where he would be facing Foggy, or the loser would be facing Foggy. But yeah, 3 maps to glory once again. We are ready for this, Remo. How about the players?
We have the players in the lobby. Happy is ready. HawK is taking one last second. Going through the strats, thinking about the game, thinking about the map. What's the thing that he has to expect? What is he gonna do? Happy has changed his play quite a bit over the last few years and has landed on a newer build, which is not so new anymore, the Lich Fast expansion, which has been causing all sorts of terror across the realms of the Warcraft world. And I think I haven't seen HawK play too much against that before, so I'm very curious what his answer's gonna be.
Okay, this is gonna be spicy. Starbuck, of course, with another chance there as well against Neutron later on. It would be a huge surprise if Happy is losing one of the 2 series that he might have to play today. Might even be a surprise if Happy loses a map, if we're honest. We'll see about that. Maybe it's just one of these days. You casted this match against Chemico earlier on. How did that go?
Well, it was a fun series, despite the rather one-sided result. I'd say if Chimico had played cleaner, especially on the one map where he had the big lead, which was Northern Isles, could have been his game maybe. It was pretty crazy. Chimico played some Beastmaster, he played some Griffins, but he made a few mistakes, and as so often, Happy would shut that trap and get the win in the end. Happy also, with the reverse race human, was able to beat him. Yeah, HawK. I hope he's got a good build prepared, because I tell you what, Knight's Gyros does not cut it against Lich Fast Expo.
I do agree. Maybe Inner Fire Rifles is the play. Track record between the 2 players, of course, heavily skewed towards Happy. Currently, we're standing on 82-4 in matches. That's ridiculous. 209 to 34 in maps. But yeah, that one World 3 Champions final, the Season 7, where HawK got that 2-1 victory, was also able to get a map in the Emperor's Challenge in December, and since then they didn't play too much. They played twice in World 3 Champions finals, and that was both Happy's victory. Now we'll see an absurd number of 2,758 MMR, also more than 2,700 ELO. Happy is out of this world, we all know it. HawK, what can you bring to the table? Map number 1, Northern Isles.
Oh my god, how is this series starting, dude?
Well, with a building missing in HawK's base, he brings the cheese.
Really cool. Also, kind of worrying. Either HawK has discovered the secret sauce and knows of a new super good build, or he feels so lost that he has to try something weird like a neutral hero.
What do you even play? What is a possible neutral hero against Happy, against Undead? I saw Chemico with the Beastmaster second.
Yeah. I think it has to be Beastmaster first. I think you have to stop the Expo at all costs, because no matter which hero you choose from the altar, you can't go late game. Because all the heroes are too bad for late game, in my opinion.
Panda, maybe? It's also so hard to make work. Okay. This is new territory. We haven't been here before. Happy Scouting will see this. Yeah, he will be befuddled as well.
It's pretty funny. The upside of this build is you have the barracks super early, so you get lots of footmen out right away. So a Tavern Hero Harass is more effective. No way he's making a real Blood Mage. No, this is
That's just a fake, right?
It has to be a fake.
Yeah, I think so too. He wants to make Happy believe that he's building a normal hero, but Happy will see that this is a ruse.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
by the way, it's a DK. We're expecting a Lich. It's no Lich. It's DK first. Which means Happy doesn't have to expand. With a DK, you can just play one base. Lich first, you pretty much have to expand. But DK, you don't.
Beastmaster it is.
Oh, this is so bad for HawK already. This is so bad already, dude. Oh.
How does he always have the right read? How is he never falling into a trap?
Acolyte North. I'm watching.
Oh. Didn't get it yet.
Oh.
Did he? Oh my god. An Acolyte getting... Yeah. Not really allowed. HawK is coming in prepared. That's for sure. Creeping 2 spots at the same time. Close to level 2. Surround!
Oh!
Just like that!
Nice. But that's only 4 units. He can fight it out pretty easy.
No? Can he
He
summon
can lose
something?
a good amount of HP.
Oh, that's level 2 already. Counter surround possible with ghouls and skellies just like that. Okay, is the game over?
I mean, sort of. Yikes. HawK was banking everything on the fact he would get level 2 fast and stop the Expo and then play with a tech lead, probably. But Happy doesn't expand and throws the whole game plan off.
It's nothing but incredible. Okay, now HawK trying to get an expansion up with the Beastmaster, but Happy is already there with ghouls. Okay, confirmed. DK joins the fray. New Rod of Necromancy. Good luck next. Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think we can move on to the next one.
And another one.
One as well. Yeah.
GG.
GG. Well then.
So, I was talking about momentum, Remo. That's the worst momentum I've ever seen to start a series.
The good thing is you have an excuse in a game like this because you're like, well, this was a strat against the fast expansion. He didn't fast expand, so it didn't work, so it's not my fault. Yeah. You know, like, HawK can gaslight himself right now and tell himself that it was all fine. So, hopefully he's able to do that. Hopefully he's able to brush it off. But, yeah, that was a perfect counterplay by Happy. And also, a perfect read. He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, it's crazy. How do you even know this? I don't know. Northern Isles, always been a great Happy map, always been a great undead map, so maybe it was just the special strats for that particular one. Next up is Concealed.
Alright, Concealed Hill, the map pick for HawK, surprisingly. This is normally a pretty rough map, but HawK picking it as the first one for himself.
Okay. Let this game last a little longer, but against Happy, it's already so hard to just survive. But you have to win somehow. What are the builds now? Will we see a Lich and Ghouls? Will we see a new Tavern Hero this time on HawK's side? I'm looking into the production tab already and I see an Altar of Kings. This looks rather normal. Okay, let's see what HawK can do on proven ground.
Happy's playing the Ghoul build against the normal build, so we're returning to standard. On this map, normally undeads don't play Lich, but DK always, so here it's the norm. DK, not with expansion, but DK Harass. DK Ghoul Harass on this map, super deadly. For that reason, I think humans on this map shouldn't expand. Just straight up shouldn't expand. It can be difficult against undead on one base, but that's mainly against fiend undead. When the undead is playing ghouls, those will fall off later, so I think you're way more easily able to play one base. All that is to say, I think expansion here is the wrong play from the humans. And to go even further, I think the human, because he knows 99% it's a ghoul build, he could go for a lab creep. The DK normally won't harass early. If he does, he arrives late. So a lab creep can be a consideration. Now, this is what I say every time I see this matchup nowadays on this map. And nobody ever listens, and everyone always expands, and then 20 peasants die.
I think Chemico tried with one base, and that looked kind of fine. You know my opinion on expanding on concealed, and especially playing human on concealed. With that lab, you might be going for a Zeppelin Shredder drop that was pretty successful by Thunder a couple of times. If there's a minimal chance that Happy isn't scouting for it, that can be good damage and throw him off the tech timing. And Happy is scouting for exactly that. It's an Archmage. This time it's Footman. This time everything normal thus far.
Yeah, Footy gonna scout in the north. He's gonna see the DK and the Ghoul gang. Earlier, Chimico tried to sacrifice his Footy on purpose to buy time, to expand quickly at the gold mine by getting ensnared like this. And then, oh baby, oh, was that a lot of peasants going down? That was a rough time.
Yeah, I got a feeling that a lot of peasants go down in human games. I wonder why that is.
Especially at the hands of Happy. We're starting off well here with the circlet and moving south, ready to harass. HawK, is he expanding? Only 3 farms. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, he
Militia
is.
coming.
Oh, he is. Uh-oh.
7 militia. Level 1 Archmage. DK around the corner.
Purge! No!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Nope.
Not good.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Level 2 for Happy right away. Warden. Okay, goes to HawK. Everything is poisoned, though.
And in come the ghouls.
Mm-hmm. Good block by HawK to keep the DK an inch behind.
And now with the ghouls here, it seems like impossible to even get this Overseer, even if you call new militia.
Oh yeah. It's just too much. Water Elemental needs to be spammed.
Isn't it just better to tech? Like, seriously? Like, isn't it that just better?
Dude, you don't have to talk to me like that. I know. I'm with you. But apparently these humans know something we don't.
And here also you see the excellence of Happy. He tried to get the Water Elemental, but he saw the defending army coming in. Many players, including me, would have been way too pig-headed trying to get the experience, but Happy knows, no, retaining health is more important, more valuable. So that's the Water Elemental go. Rejoins with the rest of the ghouls. Picks up the next item. He's got lots of ghouls now.
New militia called. HawK has solid lumber. Tier 2 started for Happy. New Water Elemental. That's the last one. At least HawK was able to get level 2. Super important. And with the militia now trying to get this so important. Not Overseer, but there's plenty of coils.
Archmage! Trapped.
Well, well, well.
Oh, dude, this is brutal. Oh my god.
Yeah! Happy speed running the way to Hamburg.
Ooh, bro. Bro, we've cast a lot of games recently, but
yep.
We haven't casted one like this in a while.
What's the in-game time is, I think, now 8 minutes 45 combined in a best of 5, and we have match points.
Yep. It's a bit tough.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
I'm coming. I guess, I hope that HawK prepared more for the possible lower bracket match against Foggy. Because that's just death.
Yes. The loser indeed will go up against Foggy later on. And it seems pretty clear who that is going to be today.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
New map, though?
maybe HawK can turn this around. You know, we have seen some crazy comebacks in the Warcraft scene. You can never be too sure, even with the 2-0 lead. Every game is different, and in every game, everything is possible.
True. Very true, Neil. Looking up Happy's results right now. When was the last time he lost a map? Against Fly in the Show Cup. Wasn't even that long ago. Okay.
Last week,
Lost
I
some
think.
maps to Fly, lost some maps to TH. But he's on an absolute tear at the moment. 5-0 against Chemico, possibly 3-0 here against HawK. Could reach 2,800 elo again, maybe.
It's so almost impossible to reach 2,800, and this guy just keeps on winning. It's insane. Someone did the math. How many games he needs for like 3,000 MMR on War 3 Champions. It's an absurd number.
Okay.
In the high triple digits, I think, just pure wins, you know, a win streak of like 1,000 games. But for Happy, I don't know, maybe it is possible.
Would be funny if like he's at 2,950, he loses one game and loses 200 MMR right away. Bam!
Yeah, he's in that territory. Like, I think if he loses a map or something, he loses 50 elo or so. It's nuts. We switch it up, Mr. Demo Man. We were hoping for a Lich quite a few times already, and here we go.
Yeah, I think it suits the map very well. It's a really good expansion map for both sides, really. Easy expansion for the Lich, pretty much. But also Mercenaries. I want to see HawK go for Mercenaries and get level 3 and expand and put on that famous Archmage pressure.
Okay, hopefully. Yeah, we haven't... no sign of that just yet. He did a little bit of damage with the Footman to an Acolyte. I think that's the biggest damage HawK has done thus far. Plus the one surround on an Archmage. On the DK, I mean. Okay, here comes the pressure.
Alright, no expansion at all for HawK. So, Happy, can he still pull through with the Expo? Normally, when he plays Lich first, Happy never, ever, ever, ever techs. Even if the early game is bad, even if things go wrong, Happy normally always tries to brute force his expansion. Sometimes he has to fall back, sometimes he has to delay the Expo, but normally, he never gives it up.
Okay, Acolyte falling. That's a big delay for a possible expansion. Loses the Footman over it. Alright, that's fine. As we get a very, very fine 10 euro donation by a guy called 10. Keep up the good work. Love from Sweden. Shout out. We loved it in your country.
Thank you very much. Downside for the Archmage here is he doesn't have level 2. Missing the aura here is certainly a bit painful. Slippers for the Lich is okay. And it's a lot about experience here. The jump from level 1 to 2 is huge for both.
Ritual Dagger had to be purchased. That's some resources you don't want to spend. So now Happy has to make a decision. Tack or second try?
We'll have to see a Militia call here by HawK. He could call the Militia, creep the green really easy. That would be level 2. But he's very close to it even without it. 2 more Skellies and he would have enough. And Happy indeed starts to attack. Wow. Okay. I've seen so many Happy games and streams. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen this before.
Hopefully HawK can adjust. No chance for a last hit against Nova. That is level 2. Ring of Protection. Not perfect. But yeah, very, very tough to deal with ghouls now as there's only one Water Elemental. Nova. And here we have the Aura.
One Skelly always on the Archmage. That's nice. Putting damage on him. Scouting. And the Nova is going to be pretty dangerous. HawK will have to fall back. Will have to make a shop. It's already coming. Good game. Clean game by HawK so far.
Yeah. I really like that. By far his best game against that Lich.
Well, that's not tough to beat, honestly.
It's the small wins. You gotta celebrate the small wins as well. And maybe he did some prep, but a lot of his prep was against Lich first, and now we see what he came up with.
And you know, this map should last longer than 6 minutes, so maybe we can count that as a win already.
Don't say that too loud, Remo.
He's creeping the Merc camp. Is he going to go for the Shadow Priest here? The Shadow Priest doesn't have Duisburg, but can still heal.
That would be very nice for this Archmage. Happy. Does he have the right read? Could potentially be 3 kills. Claws. Super nice.
Yeah, very good indeed. Happy now with the Boots of Speed. Creeping up a bit more. The green camp here will be level 3. And then the Lich is going to start to come online. Level 2 Nova really starts to show what this Lich is capable of. And once he gets level 4 and 5, this is where the Lich really shows how insanely strong he is.
Okay, everything will be healthy again after this dagger. Lich mana filled to the brim thanks to Dark Ritual. Ring of Superiority, more stats. Also not bad. Okay, 6 minutes. Coming in now. How much longer will this last?
Call to arms. Okay. It's time for defense. Defense. Seems like maybe a bit too much arms being called. Once the MK comes out, HawK can try to look for some kills of his own. But Happy, he smells the timing. Gonna retreat now with the ghouls after having killed a little bit of peasants. And slowing down the tech of his opponents.
Yeah, he got the timing in his blood for sure. DK coming out as well. Tier 3 on the way. And on tier 3, you're superior to a human tier 2, that's for sure. HawK, very low on resources. Also can't really afford... Ah, there's the farm, okay. More army, I was about to say. And now, Happy's just distracting with the Lich. Rightfully so.
Thank you, Defender, with a 10-euro donation, says, "Go humans!" If HawK gets this camp, this is gonna do very well for his race. Big item here, picks it up, not stolen, 1 of Mana Steel. Never a bad item for the Mountain King. And Happy knows Lich for him is strong, but this is the time where the ghouls fall off. Tier 2 is ready, the ghouls now a lot weaker, and until they have Frenzy, they are probably gonna take a backseat.
They should, I guess. We will be hammered away and... Oh. Double kill with 2 spells. Yeah, Water Elemental is too strong for that, that's for sure. HawK still trying to establish an army, a powerful army, trying to creep, but Happy taking the rest away. Needs levels on his DK as well. And now the dust settles a little bit. HawK 7 minutes 45. Almost as long as the 2 previous games combined.
Alright, HawK's also gonna get the next consumable. These center camps, really important. The consumables here, extremely valuable. And also the permanent items from the Furbolgs in the middle. A big deal. Happy, not feeling strong enough yet to contest, has to give up the big camps and has to creep on the outskirts, where the drops are a bit worse. So HawK is having a really nice mid-game right now.
Okay, can that translate into the late game when we get Inner Fire? We've seen this being pretty successful recently and definitely playable. Might even be the strongest style at the moment. Crystal Ball for Happy. Can scout. Of course, he has the perfect scout. Map is so big and he scouts the perfect spot. Even that.
Oh, the MK gets solo experience? I think he did, right? Item unfortunately very bad. Scourge Bone Chimes. And it's one of the worst items here. That will be a sell later on. And I wonder if Happy can perhaps start to capitalize on the faster tech. He knows he's teching way faster. And the missing tier 3 upgrades are a big weakness right now for him.
Do you know if Vamp Aura procs on Bash? Like if you do a Bash, do you get lifesteal from the bonus damage? I don't know either. I would say no. Just intuition though. Chat, do you know?
I don't think so either. Like, I've been told before that the lifesteal doesn't get triggered by the actual damage you do, but rather the stats that you have. But I don't know if that's true either.
Warcraft 3, a game of mysteries.
Alright, I'm creeping for HawK. SL3, the ring actually really good. This MK is nice and tanky. He's a good frontliner.
I like it as well. More than 10 armor already. This little reminiscent of Todd's MK versus Ente that eventually won him the game. And the undead level's not overwhelming yet.
Now the 2 players close to each other. This would be the worst time for HawK to be forced into a fight. His tier 3 isn't ready yet. Oh, creep jack here could be absolutely devastating. But Happy, for once, doesn't have perfect scouts around the map, so he doesn't actually know, or no, now he knows. The Lich saw what's going on.
Ooh, is he ready to pounce on it?
Uh-oh, HawK.
Heal scroll, invo potion, boots of speed, Nova, everything slowed down. That's the first priest going down. Overshoots with the coil. He really wanted that kill. And the ghouls are so fast. Instant TP, but every single priest gone.
Yeah, ouch. Good signs on the MK. Stopped the clap there for a little while. He tried to dispel the clap, but then the silence rather. But then the MK was in the wrong position to slow down the ghouls, and it was a feeding frenzy. Happy gets the red camp, and might be in time even to contest the second red camp. HawK needs to hurry.
Yeah, with Unholy Aura, you can go cross map rather fast. What he got, Cloak of Flames, really not good. An MK would have loved that. If a Pally third, tier 3 is done. 51 pop for HawK, also far away from ideal, but he has to get an army up. He has to rebuild these priests.
Alright, level 4 on the Archmage. That's a good one. MK got the level 3. Might get level 4 here. Well, he's sharing experience with the Pally, so I guess not. Happy creeping the natural away from the opponent. It's more skellies. And after that, a follow-up attack into the main base must be next.
Yep. Ring of Protection is the item. Hood of Cunning also not perfect. We got 4, 3, 2 hero levels on HawK. That's not too bad. No level 3 spells on Happy's side. But HawK, is he ready? He has a minimal supply lead. Inner Fire isn't ready. Staff is there as well as the Orb. Nice timing to defend.
Alright, HawK made it back. That was important. No TP had to be wasted. What's Happy doing in the meantime? Tech-wise, not much is happening. No A-bombs, no Banshees, but a transition into Fiends.
And he's getting ready for upkeep with the next Ziggurat. That gives HawK the Inner Fire. This is where you want to be, and then it's only about numbers. Not much more to creep. Heal Scroll would of course be nice. Always Invo Potions essential. Map almost empty.
Happy has an important experience lead here on the Dark Ranger. That level 3 is so potent, just as it would be amazing on the Pally. But he doesn't have it. The tier 3 for HawK was really late. The Paladin didn't join the fun for quite a while. No creeps left anymore. And now it gets weird. Like, what's the next move? Nobody wants to expand. Nobody wants to set themselves behind. So it's a bit of a stalemate situation. Carson would love this.
Why would Carson love stalemate situations?
Because he loves stalemates.
Why would anybody love stalemates? What's wrong with Carson?
Well, because players can get creative to try to break the stalemate and, you know, think outside the box sometimes.
Or they just wait until the mines are empty and we got 4,800 and that would be a boring game.
That would be the X-Lord playstyle.
Yeah. Is it just me or do people value defense upgrades more and more? We see one on HawK, we see one on Happy.
Yeah, they should. Those two armor can make a big difference, especially when the values are still low.
Do you think Happy is angry with himself that this game goes past the 14-minute mark?
Well, you know, he got off to a hot start at the first 2 maps, so maybe he's got some time banked, so to speak. Got a lot of destroyers, by the way. That's a lot of Disball. So, Inner Fire. It's going to be tough to make work. But HawK seems to be in a good position to take this fight.
Okay, then. Let's see. Dark Ranger under fire. Can he do it? Can he brute force it? Dark Ranger goes down just like that. Without Silence and Black Arrow, what do you do?
Yeah, rare mistake by Happy. He didn't pay attention to the Dark Ranger at all. He was focused on the offense, not on the healing. But the most important heroes are still alive. And oh my god, the rifles are melting away.
What rifles?
Yeah, not many left, are there?
Nah, hero focus over and over, but there's an invul, there's coils, there's a town portal. HawK just losing so much supply constantly. Invo potion, lovely. And there's another coil once his invul is over. Slaughter.
That Nova. Oh boy, Happy plays it safe. Doesn't want to risk anything after the invuln.
Oh, did he lose
Yikers,
anything?
that was level 5 towards the end. And now you have to play rifles against a level 5 Lich. Have fun.
HawK has almost nothing left here in the winner bracket. Did Happy lose much except the Dark Ranger?
Lost a few ghouls, some of them to Dark Ritual. And Happy's so fight ready. For the most part. DK Zoe Mask is running. The statues, of course, here are amazing for the regen. Sells the cloak now, finally. More invul pots. No TP anymore. Okay, this is perhaps where an opening might be there. HawK has to get hero kills, but it doesn't seem like he has the firepower anymore.
Not really, no. Is Happy low on mana? Not. It's 1.5 coils, I'd say, plus the Sumi Mask. There will be plenty. HawK is scouting for an expansion. That's nice. Just to be sure. Oh, Destroyer's in the main.
Happy probably aware how much of a lead he has. 70 supply and more statues joining from the main base. Could go for a few more upgrades as well if he wants. The lumber for him is looking great. For HawK, the lumber somehow is still also looking okay. But the army is in shambles.
Hot Elemental continues scouting for any kind of tech switch, but Happy doesn't need any other tech switch. 20 supply ahead. HawK needs an absolute miracle. 3k gold left. What's the play? Against 4 destroyers. High damage army.
I think Happy can just go in and finish this. Like, this Lich, like, he has legit endless mana. With level 2 Dark Ritual, this is endless mana. I think this is not beatable. Like, this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping saying that, but
Neo and Remo not making the games close. Calling it way too early. No, I think everybody knows at this point. But HawK wants to put on a fight. Water Elementals down. Inner Fire not applied too much. Happy just looking for the perfect situation, and that perfect situation is now.
Oh my god, the Nova is so sick. A couple of ghouls are going down indeed. I only realized earlier that we don't even have Clap, which I think might be a bit of a necessity. More and more human units going down, more and more skellies being raised. Oh, one destroyer! I was about to say goes down, and it does! Okay, Overfire coming in. Overfire on the MK, in fact. Happy's losing a few units, but the level 5 Lich is still standing. DK targeted next. He's also level 5. Oh my god, the levels on Happy are crazy. Hold that on cooldown. Archmage exposed now. And that is the kill.
Perfect game again. Happy losing a Dark Ranger and a handful of units, but that's it. Happy coming to Hamburg as well, as expected, following X-Lord Europe for a long, long time, the undead region. And that goes to show as well. So that's HawK down to the lower bracket. I guess this is what everybody expected. This is also what HawK expected. And with that, he will meet Foggy in the last Euro match of the day.
Indeed. It's going to be our last one, our 4th spot to be determined. And it's going to be a hype game, dude. Foggy and HawK have had insane series in the past. Over the last few years, it seemed like Foggy definitely had HawK's number and looked for a long time quite a bit ahead of HawK, but Foggy isn't in his very strongest shape. We saw him in the lower bracket, again bringing it back and looking stronger there than before, but Foggy's prime doesn't seem to be right now at this moment, so HawK still has a good chance. This is what HawK knew. He knew Happy was the big favorite. He knew he would have to rely on the lower bracket. So motivation, I imagine, still high for HawK.
Yeah, hopefully. It was kind of cool to see that he prepared like this Beastmaster stuff, becoming a little creative and trying something fancy. I would have loved to see that game play out against the Lich opening. Like, how effective is this Beastmaster opening? What can you do when you're in the right position? But then, yeah, we talked about it. It's a lot about momentum, and that momentum was crashed after 4 minutes 20 or whatever. Blaze it, and then the second map went the same route. Well, was to be expected, I guess. The excellence of Happy. Huh?
We got news, by the way, from our next match. We're going to the lower bracket now, of course. Starbuck versus Neutron. Our next one. And Newton is running a bit late. He's on his way home right now, and he's gonna need, what did he say? Like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that one.
Something like this, something like that. All right, that shouldn't be a big problem. We killed an hour yesterday, so 20 minutes. That's easy for us. This is, oh, is it updated yet? There's the bracket, as you can see, not updated fully, but you get the gist of it. X-Lord winning game 1, qualified. Happy winning game 2, qualified. Starbuck versus Neutron is our next map. A match where it will probably be Human versus Night Elf, and then HawK versus Foggy as the last decider before we move into the Americas. With that, we give you a little bit of a break, and then a little bit of a talk show, and then more games. That's what we love. See you in a bit.